Yes, welcome to my high-end and frequency business podcast. My name is Lisette Lucas from the Netherlands, and I'm an international trained high-end success medium and a high-end and frequency business coach. Throughout my podcast series, I help ambitious, empathetic coaches who aim for high-end success, fulfillment, and ultimate life and business mastery. Absolutely living and thriving from their stardust potential. I'll give you the tips, the tools, and energy shifts you need to shift to the next level of impact, abundance, freedom, and absolute energy joy. So I hope you're ready to shift with me. Let's go. Your coaching experience frequency. Discover your unique business energy and blueprint. Yes, a very warm welcome to the High-End and Frequency Business Podcast, number 41. The show notes of this episode you can find at www.lisettelucas.com/B41. Well, what are we going to talk about in this episode? Well, as you might understand, this episode and the Frequency Business Podcast is especially for coaches and service-based entrepreneurs. So maybe you're not there yet, but it's really interesting to listen then, because you can take so much information already from it. Because when you understand this about the energy and your frequency, well, you know what steps you can take. So in this episode, we're going to talk about your course or your program versus your frequency experience. And we're going to talk about what is your unique strength and how to extract your unique frequency and how you can share and monetize your energetic blueprint. Well, your course versus your frequency experience. Well, when you're a coach, you probably have a certain course, a certain program that people can buy from you. But have you ever thought about what they are really buying? Have you ever thought about the fact that they might not even be that interested into the program and everything that's in there? Have you ever thought about the fact that they are really interested in you? And you as a coach, and more specifically, they are interested in your energy and frequency. And I experienced this myself last week. I had a soul connection call with a new client from abroad, and this person was really interested in working with me. And this person really didn't know exactly what program to follow or whatever way I teach my systems and methods. But something this person shared was really important for me as well to hear, because this person said, I don't even know how I came across your podcast, and I don't even know why I'm here, to be honest. This person said, I only knew one thing. I want to work with the best. And that was the reason why that person just reached out to me and booked that soul connection call. And if you're interested in a soul connection call, by the way, I give away a free 15-minute soul connection call just to connect energetically, to connect frequency-wise, because that's what it's all about. Maybe you listen to my podcast, maybe you watch the video, maybe you've been following me for a long time, and the soul knows. But the best way to be sure is to connect in a one-to-one, just 15 minutes connection call. I mean, when you meet a new person for the first time, in an instant, you just know whether it's the right fit for you or not. And well, we have to get rid of the old programming, of course. Maybe somebody triggers something within you. But when you've been following my content, yes, for a certain part, it's about the content. But the biggest part is the energy, the frequency, and you feel that at an intuitive level. You can't even pinpoint it, but it's just a kind of knowing that there's an interest, something is sparked within you. And that's the frequency experience. That's what I call the energy and frequency experience. It's the experience you feel and sense through your soul. So when you're a coach and you're trying to sell your course or your program, think about this. People buy your frequency experience. And whatever you have to offer, they just trust that that's the right fit as well. Okay, so why am I sharing this? Well, because it's so important for you to understand that it's not about creating 10, 20 different courses and programs. Yes, of course, the tools are amazing, and I have those as well. But if I don't show my true self, my authentic self, nobody's going to buy. Nobody's going to buy. So think about how you put yourself out there. Are you sharing personal stories? Another story I wanted to share is that when I'm training and working with people, and that's possible in group sessions or in one-to-one coaching, and I was working with a one-to-one client, somebody from abroad as well, and that person was training specific skills, amongst others, the skills I use as well. And that person was training with one of my animals, one of my dear cats. And the message that came across was so powerful, so spot on, that I was, after only a few sessions, I was blown away by the insights that person gave to me about the cat and about what was needed, and absolutely specific evidence about what that little animal was going through, that it brought me to tears, to be honest. It really brought me to tears. And I'm telling you this because there are certain reasons I'm telling you this. Because first of all, it's important to be vulnerable yourself as well. We are all humans. We all go through life and certain things. And you don't have to be superwoman, super person. You just have to be you. You just have to be you with all your beautiful energy, with all your strength, with all your pain as well. So I shared something about this little animal, and yeah, it was spot on. And what I said, it brought me to tears. And I asked the person who was doing the reading, am I allowed to share this with my family? Am I allowed to share this? Because these insights are so powerful and so amazing. And yeah, of course, this person said, you can share it, no problem. So I've been showing the video of that training session to my own family. And first they were a bit laughing, but the tips and tools that person gave, so my own student gave to my own family and to me as well, was so powerful that the way the kids are behaving around this animal like drastically changed. So the most important thing about this is that it brings across that it's so amazing to help each other. That's why we're doing what we're doing. But how can you genuinely and authentically and in your own unique style help another person? Well, simply by truly becoming who you are in your full aligned Stardust potential. And this is what happened with the person who I'm training. We've been clearing blocks, we've been going through layers, and the information was like, I was blown away, to be honest. And the wonderful thing is that person was really honoring who they are and listening to that feeling, and created that soul to soul connection, and the most beautiful evidence and healing came forward. So while I'm telling you this, I want to ask you, what's your unique strength? And I'm not talking about all the skills you have. I'm not talking about all the things you've learned throughout all those years. No, I'm talking about you. Who are you? What's your unique frequency, your unique strength, the energy that you radiate? Because it's not the words you say, it's the way how you make people feel. And the feeling comes from energy. Because you've probably met somebody yourself, that somebody's smiling at you, and the person, everything is in order, everything looks right. But somewhere in your tummy, somewhere in the pit of your stomach, you feel, I don't know, something's off. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And it's important to remember as well, when you feel resistance, because that can happen, of course, as well. When you feel resistance, it's important to understand, what is that resistance? Why is it there? And most of the time, people are triggering those parts, those energetic frequencies of resistance within each other. So don't get me wrong, when you feel resistance, especially now when you feel resistance into becoming your unique, true, authentic, stardust potential self. When you feel resistance of me sharing this, like, and you're like, I'm not sure. And scan your body in this moment. Where do you feel that energy building? Because that's a layer you can clear. You can clear that from your system because that's holding you down, keeping you small of taking that next step. So remember that, because that's really, really important, because we have the programming of our old fears and beliefs and conditioning, the codes in the subconscious layers, and we have our intuitive feeling. And intuition works within 3 seconds, the 3-second rule. So when I ask you, how does it feel? And sense your body, scan your body now in this moment. And when I ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, are you standing in your own unique frequency at this moment? First number that comes to mind. Okay, interesting, right? So like 10 is like you're standing fully in your ultimate starter's potential. All the blocks, all those layers, you work through them and you can just be you. With all the good and the bad, you can just be you. I mean, we are all human, and as a coach, you can have your own BS as well, your own belief systems as well. We can take a lifetime or through lifetimes to work through this. That's no problem. But the most important thing is just to own it. Own it. And when you own it, and when you say, yeah, I bumped into a few interesting blocks and beliefs, and it happened to me last time I was recording. I was talking about certain programming and I felt the energy building in my body, and I discovered another layer of beliefs that didn't help me, that didn't serve me. So I cleared that. But to go back to the subject, how do you extract your unique frequency? And what do I mean by extracting? Well, we have to get to the core of who you really, truly are. And this is what I do. This is what I help you with. This is what I help people with. When they come with me, when I tune into their energy, I can see all those layers, but I can go straight to the core. But when we're in our own body with all those layers, we don't even remember who we truly are. And to be honest, and this might hurt a bit, most people who are going into the field of helping other people, well, you probably know, when people are helping other people, it's a way of not looking at themselves, but working on yourself through those layers helps you to become radiant, to become vibrant, to step into that unique, powerful frequency that you truly are. I mean, there are thousands and thousands of coaches who are doing exactly the same as you are doing at this moment, in this moment. So how do you step out of that? How can you share and monetize your energetic blueprint? Because that's what it is. You are the energetic blueprint, the unique energetic blueprint, with all the stories, with all the experience, with all the pain, the hurt. But you stepped out of it. You stepped out of the gray dust, what I call, below the golden line, and you shifted the energy. You took the silver lining above the golden line, and you started your own business, your own coaching business, to help people, to love and embrace people, to care for them. So that's absolutely amazing. But you're here. You're listening to this podcast, so you want more. And this is how you can create and become more and give more, by becoming more of you, of who you truly, authentically, energetically are, by embracing the true experience of who you are and sharing that experience with the world, without filters, without layers, without programs, hiding behind programs, because that's not necessary. You can just be you. People will trust you. People won't trust the program or the name of the program. No, people trust you, and they feel it in their core. So I hope you're ready to step up, to take that leap of faith, to trust that intuition, the 3-second rule. Remember, are you ready to step up? First feeling. Yes? And even when you feel a no, sense in your body where you feel it. And when you feel again now, do you still feel it there? And try to tap into the energy of that. And maybe that's one step too far for this podcast, but the previous podcasts, I work with that as well. But you can always connect to the energy and get more insights into the energy, why it's there, why it's emerging, because it's there for a reason. There are clues, there are insights you can gain and you can work through, and then you can clear it from your system. And again, even while talking about it, my energy field, my chakras are heating up, my solar plexus, my heart chakra. I feel the warm energy emerging. So don't underestimate the power of this podcast, because with the video, with the audio, when you're only listening to it, the frequency of healing, of emerging yourself to that next level is attached to it. So you might be triggered. You might even feel certain resistance because old fears want to come forward. But remember, that's not you. You are your unique frequency and energy experience. And I almost want to say, when you're listening to this, you are called upon to share your frequency experience with the world in your own unique way. Well, if you're ready to unlock your true experience, please DM me the word experience. Again, the show notes of this episode you can find at www.lisettelucas.com/B41. And I have an amazing tool you can use as well to activate that Stardust potential. And it's called my Above the Golden Line method. And you can download it totally for free, including reprogramming, hypnotation. And it's also available in Dutch if you prefer that. I put the link in the show notes as well. Well, thank you so much for listening, and really looking forward to meet your frequency. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to my High-End and Frequency Business podcast. My name is Lisette Lucas, and if you want to join my EnergyJoy world, please drop me a DM, and really looking forward to connect.